Alright, I have been all around the map, and I have written down the location of every freaking town. And I also jotted down some quest notes, so there should be significantly less wandering around like an insane monkey. For example, one of our quests involves the town of Freehold. Oh, and I also, in wandering around the town, I went around and found every freaking thingy thing that does a thingy thing. Every town that was there were a couple of pawn shops that had power pills, and I bought all I could get. Oh, and I also found a burger for like 50 bucks, but you know, yeah, right. Yeah, see, burger. Yeah, I should have found it earlier or something. I don't know. I've cleared out every square of every screen I've been to. All right, the shaman is overly expensive here. Look at the sign. God dang, everything's expensive. Ticket, secure, lottery. I'll take a lottery ticket. It was just a joke. There hasn't been a lottery for 120 years. Don't you realize the importance of affordable health care? He explains he's had to raise his rates because of the increase in medical equipment. Stethoscopes, cauldrons. You wouldn't believe what the local hardware merchant is charging for an MRI unit, or a pair of bleach tongs. You appreciate the scope and complexity of that problem. Looks like we need to go see the hardware guy. Alright. So, we go talk to Mr. Hardware Hank. No, I want to talk to you about your evil prices. We heard from the shaman you're charging way too much. He's more than equal to carpeting. He prattles on incessantly until, in desperation, Robo-Mop manages to end the conversation by faking a seizure. The hardy huddles and identifies the following key points in his story. 1. Until recently he charged low prices, but 2. All the local artisans who create his goods accepted an offer to work in Atlantic cities at higher wages, so he had to import out-of-town artisans and house them in the hostelry, which charges outrageous daily rates. Ask the wisest man in the world. He lives in New Haven. Oh man, he's selling stuff, but it would use up almost all of my... Yeah. That's some very nice armor. Wow, the volume is way too loud. What the heck? What the hee-haw? Seriously, people. You gotta tell me these things. The hostelry. Anybody ever tell you resemble Elvis Presley? I've heard most innkeepers do. It's not clear whether people with resemblance to Elvis Presley are drawn to being innkeepers, or whether being an innkeeper causes one to resemble Elvis. Hey, you've been charging outlandish prices. He responds with vague talk about expenses. You know, baby. Expenses. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Look, I'm only a man. I have needs like any other man. You now do you understand? You lost me. The brothel, man. The prices are astronomical. There's plenty I have to charge covered my expenses. I'm not discussing the subject any further. Alright, now we have to go to the brothel. Where? Okay. Prices printed on request. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Why are your rates so high? Not that your services aren't worth it, but it's rather out of line with standard regional cost. Now, you handsome hunk of red ribbon, you. There are certain infectious diseases that are occupational hazard. They can be cured with a shaman's been charging a fortune. Couldn't you lower the rates? Nothing I can do as long as the shaman continues to overbill. Ta-ta. Alright. Your high prices are onerous to the ladies of the brothel. Maybe you could relieve their final stress by, barter. Wink, wink. Yes, I could arrange some sort of arrangement, but they have an Ecuadorian ladies. I'm only interested in Ecuadorian ladies. I don't know if they have any Ecuadorian... Can't you do this yourself? What? This isn't a job for superheroes. This is a job for, Guybrush Threepwood. He's really good at going out and talking to people. Shaman's 10 league with the barter. His service, he has a fetish for Ecuadorian women. We do have an Ecuadorian, but she is leaving. This climate is much too cold for her. The arrangement with the shaman won't work. Juanita won't stay up north much longer. She's always chilly. I have a fur coat. Give the fur coat to the madam. Let me bring this Juanita. She departs in her brief moments later. Juanita appreciates your gifts and does not feel it will be protection against the harsh local winters. If only she had something to keep her neck or hands warm. Well... solve this with our magical crap powers. The Midas touch. The board turns into a muffler. Yay! Wrong kind of muffler, you oaf. Seriously. I didn't want that kind of muffler. That's a car muffler. It's a squashed cylinder, oval in cross-section with a sort of pipe sticking out of the end. It's old, dented, and utterly useless. How about that light bulb? Use the Midas touch. Turns into a muffler. Well, actually a scarf. A scarf is called a muffler, says Midas defensively. Alright, there we go. Give the scarf to the madam. You're most generous. As the madam returns, Shaman shows up. He and the madam converse quietly, then he goes off with the Ecuadorian girl wearing a fur coat and a scarf. Madam, pleased that one of her major expenses has been eliminated, immediately decides to lower the rates at the brothel. At your request, she prints up a new rate sheet and gives you a copy. Alright. Now I give him the rate sheet. He mimeographs his new rate sheet. Good lord, this is stupid. Meh! This is a one-town going building to building fetch quest. Well, hold on when I crank up this old ditto machine. Dude, I haven't heard the word ditto machine in a while. That's almost as rare as mimeograph machine. You give the shaman the rate sheet from the hardware, he agrees, lowers rates, scribbles something on his prescription pad, tears off and gives it to you. Also nails a new price list to the center post. Pounding the hammer dislodges a casino chip from the upper reaches of the tent. Bulges in the party's inventory with a light blink. You gain 2,500 XP. Alright, what's left to do? Notes, New York Turf War. I think I already solved that. Count. I have 3. That means there's a quest I ain't solving. So, looks like, no, I solved the problems of the citizens of New York before, but not again. So I'm gonna have to go back there. Because the New Yorklians don't seem to be able to just get along. No! Bloody New Yorklians. Why can't you people just get along with people? Seriously. Let me check the time. Oh, we're way kosher. We're only 8.5 minutes in. Alright. I think we go to the Empire State Building again. And we ride the tube car. Is that something on the ground? Yeah, it's garbage. You sift through the garbage and find nothing of interest. Alright, I've got plenty of power pills. Oops. Yes, and by the way, I'm having to add this in because I forgot to say I'm Orwa Usopp, and this is brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Sorry about that, I'm kind of stupid. Not yet. Crimson Tape, advanced level. Now I'll go to the cave. Cave, wherein lies the wisest man in the world, or at least the wisest man in the tri-state area. A sheet of music. Practice. Carnegie Hall, very large grand piano. I didn't want to be here. How do I get out of here? Play the piano. Open the piano. Nothing inside the grand piano except what you expect. A bunch of strings and those felt card whatchamahoozits that strike the strings when you press a key, but no treasures or secret notes. You can't play it from way back here. With a flourish, you sit at the piano. You can't let it do that. Imagine how dull this picture would look. This book is filled with completely complicated music. If you want to play something that's family, you need to find simpler material than this. Nothing inside. Now I said play the piano. You shrink your keys. Although you're a superb member, leader of super elite scratching fingers and ears. Perhaps if you had some specific notes to play, the result would be different. Until then, let's leave. How do I get out of here? Oh, there we go. If you practice, you get this old man who looks as if the climb to the cave nearby. An old man who looks as if the climb to the cave nearly killed him crawls up to the Swami and says, "Oh, wise man of the world, where can I find my fortune?" Wise man scratches his nose. "You drift above the landscape, touching no one. You devour, but do not eat. You admire and are admired in turn. You inhale deeply the vapors of scallion. Now go away and leave me to my contemplations. You're useless." He is the wisest man in the world, is he? Alright. I'm taking your sheet music. You take the sheet music. A man torn closes the door. "Oh, Swami, what is the meaning of life?" He's just gonna babble more. "Life is a river, choked with lily pads, meandering downward, endlessly seeking the welcoming brine of the sea. Life is a forest, a tapestry of green, ever different, ever the same. Life is a cucumber, sleek and cool and eventually turning all soft and rotten. Now go and leave me to my contemplations." Alright, I've got a sheet music. Maybe I should practice it. Not suitable for stirring music. Alright. Never hurts to practice. Play the piano. From the sheet music, a sandbag falls in the rafters. Dang. Free sandbag. Everybody loves sand, right? And inside is a rocket totem and a UN totem. It's already open. I close the sandbag. Close the sandbag. Alright, we're actually getting stuff accomplished. Enter the circle of light. Yeah, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. Hey, wisest man in the world, why is there a 19 on checks right in the line where you write the date? The great sage draws aimless patterns in the dirt floor of the cave. The 19 is left over from the last years of the 20th century, where none of the great minds of the period could think of a graceful way to change over to 20, so they left the 19 on checks. When the year 2000 came, people just began ignoring the 19, and now it's tradition. Go away and leave me to my contemplations. Okay. I'll do that. I don't want to read another one. Alrighty. Anyway, we're in New Haven. We got our sheet music thing. Let me check time. We got a couple. Funny how I didn't clear. I refused. Okay, hold on. I think I need to go back already now. I could be wrong. I really don't want to be wrong. Seriously. I hate being wrong. What the heck else are all these buildings? Grand Central Station. Yellow Tube Pass. Can't believe I didn't see that earlier. Also, if I remember correctly, there's an incredibly dangerous and life-threatening area down here. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. This is full of dangerous. I shouldn't be in here. I should leave now. I should run away screaming like a little sissy Mary. I'm not even healed? Oh, buggery-doo. And I'm out of time. Let's hope I survive this. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.